This has been a presentation from Comedy Central. At Comedy Central, we're jumping ship for Labor Day weekend, and our viewers are running the show.
You're watching Comedy Central's Cheap Labor Day Weekend.
Comedy Central's Cheap Labor Day Weekend, where average Joes present above-average programs.
Saturday Night Live.
Both girls are easy.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
London Underground.
Comedy Central's Cheap Labor Day Weekend, beginning Saturday at 6 a.m., only at Comedy Central. Comedy Central's Cheap Labor Day Weekend is brought to you by Levi's new loose-fitting jeans.
Okay, so you have thin hair. You can try covering it up with a toupee. You can try some phony snake oil that promises to grow hair, or you can do what over 3 million other people have done. They tried New Generation, the original formula developed in Helsinki, Finland, to give you thicker, fuller-looking hair. Results these customers are delighted with.
And in 3 months, I could see the difference in it.
It really works. It's bloody terrific. It works.
I have found an answer.
Now, no over-the-counter product can grow hair or stop hair fallout. But for more than a decade, New Generation has made millions of loyal customers overjoyed with their results. So call for this free brochure now. It explains all about New Generation. And remember, you must be satisfied with your results or you get your money back. Try getting that from a toupee. Call for your free information now.
Call 1-800-862-1000 for your free brochure. 1-800-862-1000. That's 1-800-862-1000. Call now.
Turn up. You're in Comedy Central.
You know, September is cable TV month, but we have to share it because it's also International Gay Square Dance Month. That's okay. We've got an exciting show for you. Stephanie Hodge is here from Nurses. John Arezzi, he's going to talk about wrestling. And Paley, do not point your finger at me. The best time I've ever had in show business was Sunday night when I went to the Emmys. I stood behind the camera and I did this. Stretch, stretch. Oh, more. Welcome to Night After Night. I'm down and dirty, and we have got an exciting show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't kidding in that kooky opening. It is September's cable TV month, but also International Gay Square Dance Month. Not Square Dance Month, not Gay Square Dance Month, International Gay Square Dance Month, and I think that would go something like this. No, you could get that's just ripe comedy for somebody in the Midwest at Johnny Boofoo's club. It's Tuesday night. We have an exciting show, as I said, and a young man who is our audience of one all the way from Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania. He's led a sheltered life. We're going to ruin him right now. Please welcome David Feldman, ladies and gentlemen. Audience, let's hear it for this guy. Hi, David. How are you?
Pretty good.
How old are you, sir?
16.
16 years old. When did you turn 16?
Last October.
Last October, so you got 17 coming up?
Yeah.
And high school, I would assume?
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those brainiac kids who goes to college. You're not a brainiac?
No.
Make good grades?
Fairly, yeah.
Fairly? What? C's, B's?
B's.
B's. Well, B's is good.
Yeah.
But not in today's nutty world. You know, everybody wants you to make A's, but B's are cool, man. Yeah. What else do you do?
Not much. I run track.
Run track, it's high school. Like, you know,
Yeah.
what else? You go to school, that's your day, right? That's nice, man. And you collect records?
Yeah.
What kind of records you collect?
Just old records, you know, new records.
So CDs don't turn you on?
No, I collect CDs too.
Okay. But you like turntables?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, you have a girlfriend in school?
No.
Someone you have a crush on?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, come on.
No.
She could be watching.
No.
A teacher you have a crush on?
No.
Yeah?
No.
I used to have a crush on a teacher. She'd have like a blouse on, and like she'd bend over to pick up pencils, and the blouse would open up like that. I thought I would die and go to heaven. She was a Catholic teacher, so it was a sturdy maiden form, you know, bra that you would need a blowtorch to get through. But I thought of a blowtorch as I looked at her right there. Ooh, hairy chest. What do you run in track, David?
Just middle distance, you know.
What is? I don't understand what
it's
that is.
not. It's I know we're in sprint. It's like a 800-meter.
It's the kind of thing you get on the track and you run, and when you feel like stopping, the race is over, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you enjoy these Summer Olympics?
I didn't really watch them. I watched one or two, you know, volleyball games. That was about it.
Volleyball? You into volleyball?
No. I just watched the volleyball games. That's all.
All right, dude. He's 16. He's fine. He's having a good time. Your parents here? Who's with you today?
Just my dad. My mom and my sister couldn't come.
Did your, well, and that's too bad because we had the picnic area open for the family. Did your dad have to take off work today?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He doesn't work today.
Thank you, Mr. Feldman, for bringing your son by.
Okay.
Okay, all right. It's Mr. Feldman in the back. Did you watch the Emmys, David?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, was it boring?
Yeah, I turned it off after about 15 minutes.
Yeah, well, I should have done the same, but I watched it. First of all, Dan Quayle jokes, they're old. You know, he misspelled potato. You know, so what? It was 3 months ago. I'm tired of this Murphy Brown, Dan Quayle crap going on. Dan Quayle is the easiest guy to make fun of. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, enough. You know, when someone came out, hey, we're really bashing Dan tonight. It was crap. Who cares? Give the awards out. This show went on and on and on and on forever and ever. You know what? You know who should host the Emmys? Jackie Mason. First of all, he's going to give somebody the bird. He's going to make fun of a minority. He's going to piss off some minority. So you have controversy and hostility right there. Perfect for TV. He's funny, but he talks quickly. Jackie Mason hosting. Okay, we got the Emmy Awards for Best Supporting Actor. That goes to you. Okay, Best Actor. That goes to you. And to you. Who didn't show up? You didn't show up. I keep the Emmy. That's right. Don't push it. And it's over. He'd probably have to wait. He'd probably have to stretch another 20 minutes and be a half-hour show. That or you put the Emmys in a big cage. You get all the nominees in there and they fight to the death. That would be fun. To see Candice Bergen and Roseanne go to the death. That'd be great. Opens up the job market for the fall season. New show ideas. Roseanne died. What do we do? Got to think of something, you know? Perfect. Perfect. It was just a pain in the ass to watch. It was embarrassing being on TV. Thank God I'm not on network. I'm not even up for one of those awards. They begged me. They begged me to be on the show. Do you have a favorite TV show besides this one? Do you have a favorite TV show?
No.
What was that laugh?
No, I like to watch Letterman sometimes. But is that okay? Or
Yeah, that's like only when I'm on.
Okay.
I pay my annual visit to Letterman.
Okay.
Have you ever seen me on Letterman?
No, I haven't.
It's a good show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. He's leaving, you know. NBC.
So I've heard.
Yeah. He wants to be my sidekick. I said, no way. He wants to be my sidekick. Oh, you're going to love this. It's International Gay Square Dance Month. What would I don't know. Last night, oh, by the way, since I grew the beard, and I'm keeping the beard, thank you for your fax and letters. I showed it to the authorities here at Comedy Central. They said, all right, keep the beard another week, so I need more faxes, please write in. Other night, I got in a bar fight with Mrs. Havey. And she's on top of me with a broken bottle. And, you know, the bouncer comes, pulls her off, and the bouncer picked me up, and I'm like trying to, you know, get punching at Mrs. Havey because we're fighting. And the bouncer said, hey, Grizzly Adams, take a walk. Grizzly Adams? Do I look like Grizzly Adams, David?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. Last night, come downstairs. Couple up above me, lovely couple. Been expecting a baby for about 8-9 months now. And I go downstairs last night because you know, the baby's been kind of late. New babies are always late. I don't know why. First babies are always late. I don't know what these things. Anyway, go downstairs in my little lobby of my lovely New York apartment building. And there's a woman there and a man, and they're older people. And I recognize the woman. I go, oh, this has got to be, you know, Joanne's mother. So I walk out, and they're kind of in the vestibule. They don't know what they're trying to get into the building. And I open up the door, and I said, are you Joanne's parents? They went, yes, we are. They're from Georgia, so they're very like this. I said, would you like to come in? Yes, we would. We don't want anybody to abduct us. And, you know, they bring their bags in like that. And I said, did Joanne have her baby? Yes, she did. I said, last night? Yes, she did. And they're like, yeah, yes. And I said, is it your first grandchild? Yes. I mean, they were so excited. And I said, well, where's the husband? He's going, oh, he's at the hospital with her. We just thought we were going to go upstairs and watch a little TV. We don't get cable where we live. And I said, well, that's great. And last night, swear to God, and you can check out the New York TV Guide on Fox TV, there was this movie. And I said, you know, there's a movie on at 8 o'clock that's about a baby. There is. I said, yes, it's called Rosemary's Baby. And it's on 8 o'clock. It's just starting right now. They went, oh, honey, that'll be good. It's about a baby. You know. So I sent them away. So I was happy about the job, but I want to have a little fun with them because they're out of town. That's me, dark side and light side. And have you ever seen Rosemary's Baby?
Yes, I have.
Do you like it? Good film, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, come on, it's a classic. I know there's not a lot of blood. You know, you're 16, used to heads rolling down the stairs. And,
No, it's not one of my favorite movies. But
well, I didn't ask if it was your favorite, but it's a good movie, right, David?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, they're feisty at 16. I have to get in a fight with them. Anyway, but you know, they ran it because I think of the Mia Woody thing. Anything to get ratings. You know, people watch the Mia Farrow because she plays she plays Rosemary. And of course, I don't want to blow the movie for you. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, just go like this, nah, 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 and wait till the news. Okay. Now, in the movie, of course, Rosemary at the end goes to Satan made love to her. If you can believe that, David. But Polanski made it believable. You know. And at the end, she's like peeking in the crib, and you don't see the baby because, of course, it would be anticlimactic, of course. She looks in and she sees the baby like this. Now, if people at Channel 5 had been using their heads, they would have edited in like somebody dressed up like Woody Allen in a crib. You know, going, I know I have cloven feet, but I'm really a nice guy. My name is Beelzebub. You can call me Bub for short. They had been using it would have been the funniest moment in television history, but I have to think of these things because that's my job. And now, to our own little Satan here at Night After Night, let's go to tomorrow's weather tonight with Dave in the weather room. Dave?
Alan, I got this new shuttlecock machine. I'm practicing my backhand so I can play badminton against my Uncle Rod. Hit the shuttlecock. Hit the shuttlecock. Hit the shuttlecock. Back to you, Alan. Hit the shuttlecock. Hit the shuttlecock.
Is it over? Okay, thank you very much. David, what do you think about the weatherman?
He's okay sometimes, but he acts a little psychotic. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Okay. Hey, speaking of shuttlecock, it's International Gay Square Dance Month. So. Oh, there's a joke. What do you want? What do you want? They said to be more edgy. Huh? Why do you judge me, man? Every day I come in a slave over a hot microphone for you people. And his uncle's name was Rod. Let's get all the references in, huh? Jeez, my knees. You've heard hotter jokes than that at the gym at school, haven't you?
I don't know.
Oh, stop with the I don't know. Yes or no, for gosh sakes. Owners, let's go to the news. Owners of a Long Island pet cemetery have been ordered to pay $1.2 million for dumping over 250,000 dogs into open pits. When asked how they intended to raise the money, the owner said, barbecue? NBC again denied reports yesterday that David Letterman is leaving the network. Well, let's see. If Letterman goes to ABC and Dana Carvey goes to Letterman, and then Dennis Miller will go back to Saturday Night Live, I'm still here. Okay, never mind. Ralph Nader says if Americans would learn to shop more wisely, they'd save so much money it would be like getting a raise. Nader adds that if people would learn to shoplift wisely, it would be like taking a weekend job. If they learned to embezzle, it would be like inheriting money. And if they learned to kill their spouse for the insurance, it would be like winning lotto. Thank you, Ralph. Hurricane Andrew has destroyed most of the nation's lime crop. And in mourning, gin and tonic lovers will stay half-bombed for 30 days. Trouble in Florida. Bush is sending troops. Hurricane Andrew must have struck oil. Must have struck oil, hence the troop movement. French citizens are resisting the government's attempts to unite. Oh, let's start that back again. I almost said untie. French citizens are resisting the government's attempts to unite with the other countries of Europe. They say the union would place too many demands on France, including having to serve food to the Germans, having to be polite to the English, and having to share swimming pools with the Italians. And now here's tonight's Night After Night little mini profile of that wonderful, talentless hunk, Tom Arnold. Occupation, prop, and wife's act. Upcoming project, plays Margaret Thatcher's husband in HBO movie. Turn-ons, long walks on the leash. Turn-offs, having to do tricks on Letterman. Favorite punchline, she sits around the trailer park. And pet peeve, people who say they loved him in The Babe. You're watching Night After Night, and we have an exciting show for you. You can all already feel it. David Feldman is here, all the way from Pennsylvania. We also have John Arezzi, who's going to talk about worldwide wrestling. And coming up next, comedian Stephanie Hodge.
My friends tell me this is the one place where a person can be totally honest. So, you're bald. Oh, no. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just kidding. Was that hostile?
Dear Allan, would you please put a possum in a bag? Yes. And,
whack it with a spatula?
Yeah!
We got a fax right here. Let's see what it says. Dear Allan, would you please put a possum in a bag and whack it with a spatula? Thanks. It's no problem. Let's see. I got a spatula here. Where is it?
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Yes!
1-212-512-8946. The Night After Night fax line, because we can't live without your fax.
I can't believe he's doing it. Oh, my God.
Hi, I'm Paul Provenza from Comics Only, and this is Eric Smith, winner of the Road Trip with Comics Only Tour Stop Contest. So my friends and I came out here to Irvine, California to do a show in Eric's hometown. Eric also won a mountain of Frito-Lay's Tostito chips, a brand new Hyundai Scoop, and an escape for two at Club Med Mexico. Plus, Comedy Central is throwing in $10,000. Hey, Eric, what do you do for a living?
I'm a tax auditor at the Internal Revenue Service. Winners watch and watchers win here at Comedy Central.
No one has money to burn, especially not today.
Right after it was a year, the defroster thing went on it.
The car was very good for the first 40 or 50,000 miles, and since then I've really had a lot of trouble.
That's where Consumer Reports comes in. It can save you hundreds or thousands of dollars on stereo systems, microwave ovens, or minivans. Hi, I'm Bob Knoll, head of auto testing for Consumer Reports, the magazine that works for you. We can show you how you could save $2,000 or more on car insurance, how you could save $3,000 next time you buy a new car.
It's one of the very few objective sources of information you can get.
Everybody needs an edge. Call now for your trial issue of Consumer Reports. If you like it, you'll get 12 more issues, including the 1993 buying guide, all for just $22. Or write cancel on the bill, return it, and owe nothing. You'll also get the 1992 buying guide free with your paid subscription.
So call for your trial issue now.
Call 1-800-726-6000.
If you're concerned about your thinning hair, call Hair Club for Men and receive our free brochure. Learn how Hair Club's non-surgical polyfuse method gives you the freedom you've always wanted. Your new hair will look and feel like a part of you.
I did not ask to lose my hair, and for a long period of time I thought that I would have no choice. And with Hair Club, I do have that choice. I like that.
No matter what sport or activity you enjoy, you'll feel secure and confident with your new hair.
I was uncomfortable when I didn't have hair. Now that I have a full head of hair, people that haven't seen me in a while, they don't even know I had anything done. It's like totally natural to them.
Now I can walk down the street and not worry about the person standing right behind me or standing on, you know, waiting at a traffic light and the people are piling up behind me, and I think that everyone's looking down at the top of my head.
So call for our free brochure to view our various hairstyles and receive information about Hair Club's non-surgical polyfuse method.
And remember, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
You're at Comedy Central.
Hi, welcome back to Night After Night. My first guest tonight is a comedian and an actress. You can see her in the hit show Nurses, 9:30 Saturday nights on another network. Please welcome Stephanie Hodge. And that other network would be NBC.
NBC.
Right. I don't know why they put another network down. Why can't we plug it? Huh?
I have no clue, because I'm constantly saying HBO on NBC. Do you believe me?
Now, you sound like you're from the South, but you're from Ohio.
No, I don't. Not to Southerners, I don't.
No, but...
Not to Southerners.
But you have that...
Especially Texans.
Yeah, but you have that...
I have a slight twang.
You do.
Do you want to finish a sentence, or shall I just keep interrupting you?
No, keep interrupting me. It's been that kind of day for me.
Well, see, I'm from a little town in southern Ohio called Wilmington, Ohio. And we are completely unaware of any indication of a accent whatsoever.
Now,
So as long as we're in denial, that's all that's really important.
Yeah. Are your parents from Texas or the South?
No, they're from Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay, that explains it then. That little bit of a twang. Well, welcome to New York.
Well, thank you.
You having a good time?
I'm scared. Having a great time, living in constant terror. Girl comes to my room. Can I turn down your bed? Why? It's very frightening. They keep trying to give me mints. I'm convinced they're filled with cyanide. I'm frightened.
And that's just a hotel. Think of the wacky things that happen when you get out in the street.
I'm scared here. I am. I'm scared. Well, I'm scared most places.
Well, see, the thing is, when I saw some of your stand-up on Short Attention Span Theater right here on Comedy Central, and you don't seem scared at all. You seem like you're ready to eat someone alive.
See what fear does to you?
Yeah, is that what it is?
You know, it's interesting because...
Survival?
Survival, bitterness, hostility. My personality is basically what it is. I don't know. I am just not very comfortable in big cities, and this is a big city. I know I live in Los Angeles, but it's not really a big city. It's large groups of disjointed individuals completely ignoring each other. So I'm more comfortable there, I think.
But how did you get in the stand-up? You know, if you're afraid of large cities and people, I mean, that's not really conducive to a shy young girl from Ohio.
But the truth is, when you first start stand-up, there aren't really large groups of people. Kind of worked up to that.
Did you start in Wilmington?
No, I didn't. I started in Minneapolis, Minnesota. A reviewer by the name of Mike Steele saw me in a play there. I started as an actress, moved into comedy.
What play was that?
It was called Snapshots.
Okay.
It was an all-woman show, and I played the part of a character who everybody thought was mentally retarded. And they had put this woman on lithium and in a home, and she was working in this photo booth. And then Christmas Eve, she has a couple of drinks, and that and lithium, she's talking. And he had said to me that I was very talented and very skilled, and that I had a natural comic ability, and why didn't I try stand-up? To which I replied, stand-up? Those slime, those worthless individuals who slither across the belly.
Wait a minute.
Like, money? Fine, I'll try it. No, I really didn't.
Was that your opinion of stand-up? You didn't like?
I have really had no clue about stand-up.
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong was I had heard one album and then a bunch of Rusty Warren, and that was all that
Rusty Warren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I was familiar with.
One of my favorites from Vegas.
Yeah. Knockers up. Say that in London, they get really embarrassed. I don't know why. I did. I said it, and the guy just went,
No.
I have no clue what that means there. But I told him he had a nice vest, and evidently he thinks I have x-ray vision. But the point is that I had no really familiarity at all. Where'd she go? Come back. I had no familiarity at all with stand-up, really. And I started it strictly as, I told a girlfriend about it who was also an actress and bet me $50 I didn't have the nerve, so I never saw the $50 because she was an actress and didn't have it. But I only did it because he told me that it would give me maturity, confidence, and timing. And I figured I have nothing to lose here, so.
Obviously, because now you're starring in Nurses.
Yeah.
Now how's that going?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Now, is Jeff Altman still on that?
No, he isn't.
What happened?
I don't know.
Really?
No, I do know, but I'm not telling.
Oh, come on.
Jeff is now a woman named Lucille living in Cincinnati. No, that's, I really don't know what happened, to be honest with you, because they don't tell you. And, you know, it's one of those things where I'm an actress on the show, I'm gainfully employed, I'm perfectly happy, to hell with everybody else. So, no, that's terrible. I really don't know, and that's not the kind of information that they give you, so I don't have to worry about those things.
Okay, well, maybe I can try to squeeze it out of you during the commercial.
I don't know.
We got to take a break. We'll be right back with Stephanie Hodge after this. Tell me!
Kids in the Hall, Comedy Central's newest band of unruly young upstarts.
I drink a little. Yeah! I've smoked pot. All right! Yeah. I've tried heroin.
Prepare yourself for comedy's reckless future with the Kids in the Hall. Wednesdays at 9:30 here at Comedy Central.
Call now to order and get it all on home video. Michael Exclusive direct home video offer. Order your copy of this special collector's tribute now. Available through this exclusive direct home video offer for a limited time only, so order now. Michael Jackson. The legend continues.
Call now to order Michael Jackson. The legend continues for only $19.98. For faster delivery, please have your credit card ready. Sorry, no CODs. Makes a great gift. Call 1-800-862-1000. That's 1-800-862-1000.
Don't be dull, be dazzling. Dazzle with the Bedazzler, the kit that can change your wardrobe from dull to daring. Just place the gem stud on the Bedazzler platform, then press down to attach to your fabric. Look, it's as easy as using a stapler. In seconds, you've got a dazzling design. Children love the Bedazzler too. It's great for gifts, crafts, and costumes. Now with the Bedazzler, you can add glittering rhinestones and studs for a fraction of the cost. Transform blouses, belts, jeans, and boots with studs and stones. You can get the Bedazzler for just $19.95. We'll also send you 150 sparkling silver gem studs absolutely free. Plus, you get 25 brilliant rhinestones in emerald, ruby, diamond, and topaz. You also get 15 popular designs for quick and easy bedazzling. You get a $50 value for just $19.95.
Sorry, no CODs. Credit card users call 1-800-447-8000 right now. We're giving away valuable gold gem studs at incredible discounts on all of today's orders. Call toll-free to order by credit card or get mail order address. Call 1-800-447-8000.
Hi, welcome back. Put your feet up. I'm talking with Stephanie Hodge. We're talking about nurses. Did you see the Emmys?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I didn't really care for it that much this year.
Now, have you been nominated?
I have been. You know how it works? They submit you for nomination.
Right.
You know, and then your production company submits you, and you decide which episodes you want to be submitted for, what thing. Then somebody gives somebody $75, and then they either nominate you or they don't. I have been submitted for nomination for damn near everything I've ever done, but I've never been nominated. And if you add up that $75, that could have been a hell of a nice dinner out.
So, I mean, but what do you think of all those people going there? I mean, it was like 3.5 hours. It was a drag, wasn't it?
I think, you know, it's wonderful to be recognized for achieving things, and I think that people who are exceptional should be recognized, and that's fine, you know. I just don't understand the point of spending thousands of dollars for some silly dress that you're never going to wear again in your whole life because you simply can't, because you did wear it on the Emmys and everyone will know, like anybody cares. And I just don't get it, you know. I don't like the parties, and I don't like the schmoozing thing, and I don't like going somewhere to be seen, you know. I just don't understand that. I'd much rather sit home in my jammies and watch TV.
Now, going from being a working comedian, you know, traveling, going around on the road, and now getting into an ensemble piece like Nurses, was that a tough adjustment for you?
No, it was a gift from God. You know, I started as an actress, and so it's always been unusual for me to do stand-up, because I'm not really a stand-up, I just act like a stand-up. I think that's the difference. You know, some people are stand-ups, and then there are those of us who just sort of started acting like one. Does that make any sense to you?
Well, it kind of does, but I mean, you've been doing it for how, you said 15 years?
15 years, yeah.
It's you know, I mean, I think you have to call yourself a stand-up. I mean, you can't...
Oh, all right.
Well, do you know what I mean? Have you ever been on stage and someone blew your cover?
No.
Okay.
No. But it's, you know, it's one of those things where I've done lots of pilots, and I've done lots of episodes and lots of series that started and then never got picked up and are now wafting around somewhere on some ancient 4 a.m. television channel somewhere in Europe, in Australia.
How many pilots have you done that haven't been picked up?
I don't even know. I quit counting. I think after 5, I said, forget it, I'm not counting anymore.
Really? 5? That's got to be frustrating as hell.
Well, there's people who've done 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, and never gone, you know, farther than that. So I feel pretty lucky, really. And it's fun. It's good. I like the series work. I like acting. Some days I prefer it. It depends, really, on the day. It's a day-to-day choice for me. I love it. It's a good time. I like the people I'm working with. I know where I'm going, who's going to be there. Someone tells me what I'm going to say, and there's a paycheck at the end of every single week. This is miraculous.
And you just got married?
And I just got married 4 months ago, yeah.
What was that like?
It was frightening. This is my 3rd time, you know.
Third time?
Yes.
Marriage? You're kind of young to be married 3 times, right?
Why, thank you.
No, but did you act like a wife in the previous 2 marriages, or?
I did.
Yeah.
No one else was participating. That was
Now, someone told me you were married.
There were a lot of other women acting like wives with my husband, too.
Is that what happened?
Hell, you bastard.
Is that what happened? Your husband, how'd you catch him?
Credit card bills. And one of my girlfriends said, hey, come on over to the office and look what he's doing in there. And that was pretty much the indication.
You were married to a comedian at one time, weren't you?
I guess so. Am I being cruel now and evil? Because, you know, God puts us all here for a reason.
No, but who was the comedian you were married to?
I'm not telling you who.
Oh,
no.
Would we know who it is? Or?
No, you wouldn't
No?
know.
Okay.
So that's exactly my point. Was he or was he not a comedian?
But was it fun being married to a comedian?
No, it was living hell. From the very moment we said, I do, it went straight down the toilet from there. It was horrendous.
Did you meet at a club, or? Because it fascinates me when I see comedians marrying other comedians.
I actually didn't start stand-up until after we were married.
Ah.
But then it was like he was Svengali, you know, and do it this way and do that. You don't want to do this and you don't want to do that. And I thought, yeah, I do. Getting a gun is what I want to do now. So he was just, generally his personality was he was always right. If he saw it one way, that's the way it absolutely had to be. Nobody else on this living earth was allowed a difference of opinion or difference of perspective, or they were wrong and stupid. Not just me, all others. He set himself up to be rather godlike in his own mind, which is a nice place for him to be because no one else is going to go in there.
Stephanie, I'm glad you recognize that. I want you to come in next week for an appointment. If you come back at, how's 9:30? Next Wednesday? Could you come back for that? Okay? Okay, the nurse outside will give you your medication. Stephanie Hodge, thanks for coming by. We're out of time.
Thank you.
Nurses, 9:30 on NBC.
Yes.
And good luck. You're kicking butt in the ratings, right?
Yes, thank God.
Okay.
Doing very well.
Good. Glad to hear it. I'll be right back after this.
Where did she get that face? Did you
I
see
can't
the pictures
believe
of
the
Liz
things
looked like
I
a
hear.
cow
I'd
in
like
that
to tell
dress.
you.
I wonder how many
My
girls she
best
had
friend.
underneath that.
I
Where do you think it
really
is? Where
want
did
to
she
tell
get
you.
it? And where is Comedy Central?
You're soaking in it.
A free back-to-back home run offer from the Sporting News. Home run number 1, a free home run video. The power, the glory. Major League Baseball and the Sporting News have created a new video, the 50 greatest home runs in baseball history. And it's absolutely free with your paid subscription. The myth makers, the record breakers, they're all here, and they're all yours when you subscribe to the Sporting News, but only if you call this number for this amazing TV offer. Home run number 2, 4 free issues of the Sporting News. You'll get 4 free issues of great baseball, football, basketball, and hockey coverage. If you like it, you'll get 27 more issues at this great TV price. If not, just write cancel on the bill and owe nothing. The 4 issues are yours to keep. Remember, you'll get the 50 greatest home runs video and 4 issues of the Sporting News absolutely free. So call this number now and get your free back-to-back home runs.
Have you thought about long distance lately? Are you getting the service you expected? AT&T has more people to help you than anyone else. Call 1-800-528-6555 and come back to AT&T for free. Whatever happened to those big savings? What does big mean anyway? Are there people your savings plan doesn't even cover? The AT&T Any Hour Saver plan is easy. It could save you money on AT&T calls to anyone, anywhere, anytime. Did you know that with some companies you get 2 phone bills each month? Is life too short for that? With AT&T, you get 1 simple bill a month, not 2. Competitive prices and service that's personal. Call 1-800-528-6555 and we'll switch you back for free. AT&T. You couldn't pick a better time to come back.
Welcome back. Where's the camera? Oh, there it is. Come on over here. Welcome back to Night After Night. Glad you're here on this Tuesday night, a fresh week of shows. I'm here with David Feldman from Drexel Hills, Pennsylvania. David, you enjoying the show so far?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Thanks. Thanks for that vote of confidence. David's dream guests are either Howard Stern or Mel Torme. This is a deep young man. This is a guy, Mel Torme or Howard Stern, it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
Okay.
I like them both.
I like that. I like that a lot. A woman, by the way, John Arezzi is going to be out here shortly. He was a wrestler at one time. Now he has a radio show called Pro Wrestling Spotlight, and he's going to talk about the bogus wrestling that's going on and a lot of problems. You watch wrestling?
No.
No.
I used to.
Used to, but that's when you were a kid.
Yeah.
You heard about all the allegations. We're going to find out with John Arezzi. He'll be out shortly. Now, a woman wrote to Ann Landers to complain that she was at a wedding and the groom died midway through the ceremony. But the priest married the couple anyway, and now a judge ruled that the bride is entitled to her dead husband's estate.
Oh, really?
The reader wants to know, is this right? Ann says she agrees with whatever the judge says. All right. But I say that judge needs a second opinion. Now, a woman should only be entitled to her dead groom's estate if he died during the ceremony and she also took him on the honeymoon. Because that's where the test of true love really comes into play. That's when she has to ignore the awkward, disapproving glances of other people as she props him up in the airline seat and serves him peanuts. That's when she has to dine with him in a romantic restaurant while pretending that he doesn't smell. That's when she even has to take him into the hotel bedroom where, if things don't work out, she just has to tell him, "Don't worry, honey, it happens to everyone." Then, and only then, should she be entitled to her dead groom's estate, and that's my second opinion. Yeah. Speak for any. The guy dies and then she gets his car. It's just not fair. What did the priest do? What did the priest? Okay, you take this woman. Well, yeah, I do. I mean, I would have loved to have been at that ceremony. I think it would have gone something like this. Yeah. Anyway, that reminds me. Never mind. We will be back with John Arezzi right after this.
It's Comedy Central's Cheap Labor Day Weekend, where average Joes present above-average
We're
programs.
watching Cheap Labor Day Weekend
at Comedy Central, where anyone can host.
They've jumped ship and we're running the show.
Cheap Labor Day Weekend beginning Saturday at 6 a.m. only at Comedy Central. Comedy Central's Cheap Labor Day Weekend is brought to you by Levi's new loose-fitting jeans.
No one has money to burn, especially not today.
Right after it was a year, the defroster thing went on it.
The car was very good for the first 40 or 50,000 miles, and since then I've really had a lot of trouble.
That's where Consumer Reports comes in. It can save you hundreds or thousands of dollars on stereo systems, microwave ovens, or minivans. Hi, I'm Bob Knoll, head of auto testing for Consumer Reports, the magazine that works for you. We can show you how you could save $2,000 or more on car insurance, how you could save $3,000 next time you buy a new car.
It's one of the very few objective sources of information you can get.
Everybody needs an edge. Call now for your trial issue of Consumer Reports. If you like it, you'll get 12 more issues, including the 1993 buying guide, all for just $22. Or write cancel on the bill, return it, and owe nothing. You'll also get the 1992 buying guide free with your paid subscription.
So call for your trial issue now.
Call 1-800-726-6000.
Are coming over tonight.
Hank Williams Jr., he was born to boogie.
Get down on me, baby, 'cause I ain't no rookie. I was put in a part and I was born to boogie.
Now available for the first time ever, Hank 22. 22 of Hank's biggest hits from his gold and platinum career.
Family tradition, there's a tear in my beer, whiskey bent hellbound.
Hank 22 includes the Monday Night Football Boogie.
You ready to rock?
If you don't agree that this is the ultimate Bocephus collection, just return it and you will get your money back.
Plus, Hank will send the first 50,000 callers the words to these songs, free.
Call toll-free 1-800-862-1000. That's 1-800-862-1000. Or send check or money order to Hank 22, P.O. Box 4188, Omaha, Nebraska 68104.
You're at Comedy Central.
welcome back to Night After Night. My next guest has his own syndicated radio show called Pro Wrestling Spotlight, and tonight John Arezzi will talk about events surrounding the World Wrestling Federation. How you doing?
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You wrestled yourself, I take it?
I had a very brief career in the World Wrestling Federation. Counted a lot of ring lights.
What was your name?
I used the name John Anthony.
John
I was a reporter for the time for Ring Wrestling Magazine and various other pro wrestling magazines. I was a big enough guy, so I had some friends in the business. They said, why don't you give it a shot? And I had no formal training. I just went in there and got beat up, pretty much.
Now, wrestling, it's not really real. I mean, it's real.
Well, I think the guys are athletes. Of course, the matches are the outcomes are predetermined. As a matter of fact, tonight there'll be a title change in the World Wrestling Federation. Ric Flair is going to win the title. This is what I talk about on my show. People want to know what's going on behind the scenes, the inside information. And we give it to them.
Now, it's harder, though, to like fake a fight than to really go out there and fight, I would imagine. Take the falls and
The falls are the hardest thing for the guys to do. You know, when you're jumping off a top rope, landing on your back 12 feet down.
What do you call that move?
A bump.
Okay. Is that it?
That's inside terminology, like
Yeah.
you take a good bump, you know, whatever. And there's a lot of bumps going on in the ring right now. There's and outside the ring as well.
Let's talk about outside the ring. What's going on now with the World Wrestling Federation? That's the biggest one, right?
That is the organization that is dominant worldwide, matter of fact. Years ago, there used to be several territories, and Vince McMahon, who's the czar, he calls himself the Walt Disney of sports. But Phil Muchnick of the New York Post calls him Hannibal Lecter. He is control of the World Wrestling Federation, which is the biggest group.
Now, let's talk about drugs, first of all. Steroid use.
Okay.
Steroid abuse. What's going on there?
Very, very prominent throughout the 1980s in pro wrestling. Vince McMahon has a fixation for huge men, for bodybuilders. Superstar Billy Graham back in the 1970s introduced steroids to pro wrestling. Superstar Billy Graham today has his hips disintegrated, his ankles disintegrated, he's lost his hair, he's sterile, he's got liver problems. And he came out a few years ago talking about the dangers of anabolic steroids in pro wrestling. Now, it happens in all other sports. It's prevalent in even college sports and high school sports today.
Did you ever use steroids yourself?
No, I had a lot of milkshakes and cheeseburgers. That was about it.
That was it. Did anybody try to sell you steroids? Or?
No, not when I wrestled. When I did my brief deal as a wrestler, Billy Graham was the top guy at the time.
This is 70?
This is 78.
Okay.
Okay. And he was just introducing it to the people in the business. McMahon made him the champion. He was fascinated by his body. Billy Graham was the Hulk Hogan of the 70s. Billy Graham taught Hulk Hogan how to take steroids, introduced him to steroids. But Billy...
Now, I've heard Hulk Hogan, he was on Arsenio not too long ago, saying that he took steroids, what, 3 times?
He said he took them 3 times for therapeutic reasons only on Arsenio. That's what really created a big furor, because Billy Graham came out and said, I shot the man up myself. David Schultz said, hey, I shot him up 100 times, you know, myself. So Hogan lied on that show. And right now he's off of them. He's doing a movie for New Line Cinema. And they just had a publicity picture released, and he was dressed up in a ballerina outfit. He now weighs like 230 pounds, where 4 months ago he weighed over 300. He's deflated himself. But just getting back to Graham, he came out 2 years ago and said, this stuff is dangerous. Tried to make all the wrestlers aware of what's happening to him physically now, years after taking steroids. But 95% to 99% of the wrestlers in the WWF were taking steroids up until this year. What had happened was a doctor, the ringside doctor for the WWF, Dr. George Zaharian, was arrested for illegal trafficking of drugs. And the trial was last year. I broke the story on my radio show. And they had wrestlers like Roddy Piper, Rick Martel, all testify to the fact that they received drug shipments from Zaharian via Federal Express. Vince McMahon admitted that he was taking steroids. Hogan had over 20 shipments of steroids to his house, but he was excused from the trial because the publicity would hurt his career. So there was a lot of maneuvering around during that trial.
Now, why is Vince McMahon allowed to be out there and promoting wrestling? He's the biggest guy, right? He's eating up everybody else.
He's a multi-millionaire. He runs an empire in Stamford, Connecticut, which is tremendous. But he really pushed these guys to take these drugs. The bigger you were, the bigger the push you would get in that company. Once the Zaharian trial came out, That's when mainstream media got wind of what was going on. They started reporting on it. Shows like myself, Vince never really cared about the wrestling journalist covering the business. He said, you know, they're wrestling fans, they're going to come anyhow. Who listens to wrestling reporters? No one listens to them anyhow.
Well, that's not true because you have a big following on your show.
Oh, yeah, I have a tremendous following. Matter of fact, you know, there's so many people who listen to this program. It amazes me the types of professional backgrounds they come from.
Is there a typical wrestling fan?
No, not at all ages, all demographics. I have one of the biggest developers in New York City in an entertainment industry also here that listen to my show, that's a big fan of the show. Doctors, lawyers, private investigators.
Because, you know, a lot of people think, oh, people that like wrestling are just, you know, people that buy it, they're...
People don't like to admit to it. I was at a wedding a few weeks ago. A best friend of mine got married up in New Hampshire, and I'm sitting with a doctor, a couple of teachers, and my friend introduced me as the wrestling guy. All these people, the whole night, were just asking me questions about wrestling. They knew everything that was going on. No one admits to it, but there are millions of people out there to watch it.
Let's talk about the sexual harassment allegations.
Okay.
What's going on there?
It kind of segued from the sex scandal, the steroid scandal, into the sex scandal. McMahon had a press conference announcing a big steroid policy. He didn't invite wrestling media. I alerted Phil Muchnick of the New York Post to that. He wrote about it in a column that McMahon fixed his press conference. The very next day, he got a call from a ring boy. A ring boy is a youngster who would set up the ring, who told him a story about him being sexually molested, allegedly sexually molested for several years.
By a wrestler? By
a couple of executives and a ring announcer. And
who were the executives?
The executives were, the ring announcer was Mel Phillips, and he was with the WWF for many, many years. And Terry Garvin, who was the assistant booker, which is someone who was involved with the creative end of the business. They have both since resigned. There's another executive that was involved, Pat Patterson, who was allegedly sexually harassing pro wrestlers. Let's say if you want to get in the business or you wanted a bigger push in the organization, win more matches, allegedly you would have to perform sexual favors to this guy in order to get that push. But ironically, this is what is really irritating me in the wrestling media today, that Vince McMahon has brought this guy, Pat Patterson, back to the company as of yesterday.
Now, don't these allegations stick? Has anybody taken this guy to court? Why?
Well, McMahon's pockets run pretty deep. As far as the kids who have accused the executives of sexual harassment and the alleged molestation, there was a out-of-court settlement. You know, that's what's happening.
These kids, I guess, come from broken homes.
Oh, yeah.
Or
very dysfunctional
the glamour
families.
of wrestling and
very dysfunctional families. They were taking these kids across state lines. There were several of them that are now coming out. After one of my radio programs not too long ago, I got a call at my home at 2 in the morning from a youngster who, ironically, McMahon planted in the audience of the Phil Donahue show to talk bad about the panelists, accusing them of doing stuff. Here's a kid who said, well, I just want to tell you that McMahon planted me in the audience, but I was sexually molested by Mel Phillips in 1991 at the Nassau Coliseum while he was visiting there with his Boy Scout troop. So this youngster now has, I've given him direction. I said, you know, get an attorney and just do what you have to do. If this happened to you, pursue it legally and go after them. So he's gotten an attorney now, and I think a lawsuit's ready to get underway.
We have very little time, but what would you like to see happen to pro wrestling?
Well,
to get back to you know, being legit, or?
Well, pro wrestling will never be legit as far as winners and losers. I want it cleaned up. I think what's happened, I think what the wrestling media has done, folks like myself in mainstream media, I don't think a ring boy or someone in the WWF or any other organization will ever have to worry about being molested again if they're just trying to get work. As far as even the wrestlers go, I think this has stopped. And I think we accomplished that. But I think Mr. McMahon, who thinks he's so above the law, should clean house, should always watch out what's going on from under him. He says, I didn't know anything. And that's in my opinion, is a lot of BS. And I think he should just really look in the mirror and say, am I doing the right thing? Am I promoting wrestling? He's selling millions of merchandise to little kids. Treat
Hulk
them fairly.
Hogan vitamins and...
Oh, yeah. Hulk Hogan. They're billions of dollars over the last several years. He's just got to look in the mirror and see what type of man he really is.
Okay, John Arezzi, we're out of time. Thank you very much. I'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Larry Miller, but in a way, aren't we all? Look, let's be honest. It's a hard day at work and you're just not going to make it out to that lecture on Faulkner. Why not get a few laughs and turn on Comics Only? And afterwards, you can breeze through that Proust biography.
Watch Comics Only, weeknights at 8:30 here at Comedy Central.
Call now to order Madonna, Truth or Dare. The original full-length feature film with 2 special added songs. Uncut, uncensored.
It's pretty racy in some sections.
Unbelievable. Get it all now in this exclusive direct home video offer. This offer will be available for a limited time only, so don't delay. Call now to order the home video you don't have to leave home for. Madonna. Truth or Dare, rated R.
Call now to order Madonna, Truth or Dare for only $19.98. For faster delivery, please have your credit card ready. Sorry, no CODs. Makes a great gift. Call 1-800-447-8000. That's 1-800-447-8000.
Don't be dull, be dazzling. Dazzle with the Bedazzler, the kit that can change your wardrobe from dull to daring. Just place the gem stud on the Bedazzler platform, then press down to attach to your fabric. Look, it's as easy as using a stapler. In seconds, you've got a dazzling design. Children love the Bedazzler too. It's great for gifts, crafts, and costumes. Now with the Bedazzler, you can add glittering rhinestones and studs for a fraction of the cost. Transform blouses, belts, jeans, and boots with studs and stones. You can get the Bedazzler for just $19.95. We'll also send you 150 sparkling silver gem studs absolutely free. Plus, you get 25 brilliant rhinestones in emerald, ruby, diamond, and topaz. You also get 15 popular designs for quick and easy bedazzling. You get a $50 value for just $19.95.
Sorry, no CODs. Credit card users call 1-800-447-8000 right now. We're giving away valuable gold gem studs at incredible discounts on all of today's orders. Call toll-free to order by credit card or get mail order address. Call 1-800-447-8000.
Only at Comedy Central can you see SCTV, a sketch comedy show that launched some of the funniest actors.
How are ya?
Playing some of the funniest characters.
Oh, I doubt that very much, I must say it, daughter.
Doing some of the stupidest things ever seen on television.
Our mom got us these to keep us from biting our toenails, eh?
My, you have fascinating breasts.
Watch SCTV next, here at Comedy Central.
Hi, welcome back to the gravy train that is comedy night after night on this lovely Tuesday evening. Beautiful day here in New York City. I'm here with a 16-year-old audience of one, David Feldman, a veteran of the Korean War. I did not know that. I was reading that in here. Good for you. Congratulations and the best of luck. Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Who are you going to vote for? If you could vote this year, David, who would you vote for?
I'd guess George Bush.
I guess George Bush. Okay. I'm going to hit David, and we'll be ready. Why Bush?
I really don't like Clinton.
Okay, that's good enough for me. That's 16 years old. Thank God he can't vote. Now, it's time to take a look at the new Night After Night Shopper's Guide. I'm so excited about these products. Today, the ultimate aid to healthy eating. It's the Veginette. Yes, put your vegetables in the Veginette. Run them through the dishwasher on hot, and they'll be cooked and cleansed of all pesticides and preservatives. Also available, a full line of marinades from Dijon mustard, cilantro lime, and black bean coriander. Just add during rinse cycle for a flavorful and chic side dish. Or add bay leaves for seasoning and vegetables that won't stick together. Veginette bags, $14.95 each. Seasoning packets, $3.95 each. And as you can see, only 450 left. The exciting, Mrs. Havey and I use it at home. It's good and good for you. Also, can I talk about this other exciting product we have? Because with the shoppers at home, for you people at home, here is today's second featured product. Yes, it's temporary infected tattoos. Everyone knows that temporary tattoos are kind of cool these days, but sometimes these stick-on items don't look real, and that's not cool. So now we're offering that Night After Night temporary infected tattoos. There it is. Because nothing looks more real than an infected tattoo. Ooh, look, it's all pussy and everything. And nothing is more cool than flaunting your swollen and runny infected tattoo in front of your friends. So order now and be even cooler than people with real tattoos. Be someone with a temporary infected tattoo. And I think that'll be fun. David, do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't.
What if we gave you a Vote Bush tattoo on your forehead? Would you like that?
No, thank you.
All right, I'm just kidding you. He got scared there for a minute. We'll be right back. I'm going to hit this kid. Give me.
Hi, I'm Larry Miller, but in a way, aren't we all? And I want you to watch me on the A-list here at Comedy Central. That's the A-list, not the A-team. I hope.
Watch the A-List, weeknights at 11, only at Comedy Central.
Don't look, Ethel!
It's Ray Stevens' Comedy Video Classics. Ray Stevens has sold millions of comedy records.
Yeah, I did.
Now, for the first time, you can see 8 of his greatest, funniest hits.
Are you naked?
And you get it all on one hilarious VHS videotape.
Lord, have mercy on me.
You'll get The Streak, The Mississippi Squirrel, It's Me Again, Margaret, Setting Up for the Dead, Surfing USSR, Santa Claus is Watching You, Help Me Make It Through the Night, and Everything is Beautiful.
And when I get out, Margaret, I'm gonna come over here with a weed eater. We'll have a big old time, Margaret.
Here's how to order. For rush delivery of your Ray Stevens classic comedy video, use your credit card and call 1-800-447-8000 or send $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping to Ray Stevens, P.O. Box 4188, Omaha, Nebraska 68104.
AT&T is constantly searching for new ways to help our customers save money on long distance. And what we've recently discovered is remarkably simple. Those AT&T customers who spend over $11 a month on long distance could start saving right away by signing up for one of the Reach Out America plans. If you spend over $11 a month on AT&T long distance, you could save too. Just call 1-800-332-2550. You'll learn how you could save 24 hours a day. 25% on AT&T calls made after 5 p.m. And on some plans, enjoy a daytime discount, too.
We're pretty good customers.
Who are you talking to?
If you spend over $11 a month on long distance, call AT&T. You could save 25% on evening calls.
Honey, that sounded pretty good. Why don't we sign up?
We just did.
Great. Who do we call?
Call 1-800-332-2550 and sign up for a Reach Out America plan.
This week on Short Weasel 90210, a very special show. Dylan is stricken with a case of canine Tourette's.
It was really weird. I was headed out the door and I realized I never left it. And so I go back in the house and then
So I say to him, I don't care if you're Macaulay Culkin. Just get the hell out of my car, you pervert. And he looks at me like, what?
And my mom says, we're not.
Here's a word, here's a flash, that the roll of loads of cash. Youngstown kitchens are keeping the lead.
Dylan, is something wrong?
No, why is it?
Hey, buddy, come here. Have you been careful? What do you mean? It sounds like you got a case of canine Tourette's.
I'd like to thank also Madonna for just coming by. Thank you, Madonna, again, and buffing my toenails. I'm a little bit irritable tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's because mountain goats were jumping on my air conditioner last night. So, you know, air conditioners stick out in the city and they bounce from air conditioner to air conditioner, and they kept bouncing against mine. More about that in tomorrow night's program. I would like to thank Stephanie Hodge for coming by tonight and sitting down and talking for coming by, and John Arezzi for stopping by tomorrow night on the show. Before I do that, let's thank our audience of one all the way from Drexel Hills, Pennsylvania. Please say hello and goodbye to David Feldman. Way past puberty, but still a young man. Things going well in your life, sir?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, did you have a good time today on the show?
Yeah.
Anything surprise you or make you angry or puzzle you?
No.
Am I just like the way you expected me to be?
Yeah.
Okay, good. A little irritable. I'm throwing things during commercial. I threw a few things against the wall. I'll pay for them later. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow night on this show, well, one of the best comedians in the world, Lily Tomlin, will be here tomorrow night. Excited about that. Also, actor Victor Malafronte. So I will meet him and find about him for the first time, and we'll see you tomorrow night here on Night After Night. Bye-bye. Hey. Hey, you. Oh my God, it's Suni Previn Farrell, or Farrell Previn, whatever the hell your name is. What are you crying for? What? What? You gotta go, oh, you gotta go out to fancy restaurants and hang out with adults, and you don't get to listen to rap anymore, you gotta listen to Cole Porter? Well, hey, that's what happens when you go out with a 57-year-old guy. That's right. What? What? Oh, I don't even want to hear about that. Stop complaining. Listen, you're in love, right? You're in love. You're in love. No, you're not gonna take him to homecoming. There's no way he's gonna go to homecoming. Get out of here. He would go out of his mind. No, he's not going to buy a convertible. No, you won't be going to the Run DMC concert. No, goodbye. It's Mel Torme. That's it. That's it. You're an adult now. In fact, you're senile now. That's what happens when you go out with an older guy. All right? Good luck. Good night. Goodbye.
Why did the chicken cross the road? You be the judge. Comedy Central, the only all-comedy network.
Take it from Praise the Lord star Tammy Baker.
I work 18 hours a day, most every day, praise him. And my math.
Confidence is very sexy, don't you think?